Probably now and then.
I think they should have went to the SEC. I mean, I think they should have went west.
Back in,
Yeah.
or whatever. back.
SEC's just so
Beast.
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 Okay, we'll call the order. The Aransas County Appraisal District Appraisal Review Board, it is August the 4th at 8:30. Okay,
Yeah, 8:27.
do we have a quorum?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, we do.
In that case, we're ready to protest.
Oh, we got a whole bunch of swear in.
We're gonna
For
swear in
all
the-
development accounts.
Okay, cool.
Is there any loan up in here?
Yes, I think there's two.
So Charlotte, you have us for all day, I guess.
I guess.
We'll knock them out.
Be done by.
Okay. You get to do this once, Charlotte.
Okay.
Just bear with us. We're opening a hearing on a number of cases, all represented by Charlotte Speed. This hearing is being recorded. What do we got? Are they all live?
I don't know. Let's take a look at one. Yeah, every box is checked, so I would assume for the appraisal districts piece, they're gonna be Q1, Q2.
Okay. We're the appraisal review board that will be hearing your protest today. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. The appraisal review board is the four of us. Ray is representing the district. And my computer operator is freezing.
Not yet. Not yet, almost.
At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and email to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/RSI-survey-ARB. Survey is voluntary. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with tax code section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone in the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 4166 as it relates to case 2021-1179, 1180, 2147, 2151, 2156, 2157, 2167 through 2174, 2181, 2181, 2183, 2184, 2192, 2194, 2199, 2201, 2203, 2204, 2211, 2313, and 2219, a total of 23 accounts.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F. And this relates to cases. Okay. going to-
Try at 8:30, maybe that one.
Okay.
There you go.
Case 1179, 1180, 2211, 2184, 2181, 2169, 2174, 2192, 2183, 2219, 2147, 2203, 2204, 2170, 2167, 2156, 2157, 2151, 2168, 2199, 2201, 2213, and 2194.
I, Kathy Hopkins, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with a person in violation of tax code section 41.66F in relation to cases 1179, 1180, 2211, 2184, 2181, 2169, 2174, 2192, 2183, 2219, 2147, 2203, 2204, 2170, 2167, 2156, 2157, 2151, 2168, 2199, 2201, 2213, and 2194.
Dr. solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code 4166F for the following cases: 1179, 1180, 2211, 2184, 2181, 2169, 2174, 2192, 2183, 2219, 2147, 2203, 2204, 2170, 2167, 2156, 2157, 2151, 2168, 2199, 2201, 2213, and 2194.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
Give me a sign.
Yes, ma'am.
I do solemnly swear affirm that the testimony I should present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct. Charlotte speak.
Charlotte, I think you have to read the list.
Do I need to read all? That's not fair.
We have to do it.
I'm causes number 1179, 1180, 2211, 2184, 2181, 2169, 2174, 2192, 2183, 2219, 2147, 2203, 2204, 2170, 2167, 2156, 2157, 2151, 2168, 2199, 2201, 2213 to 2194.
I request you solemnly swear from the testimony I shall present to the appraisal people for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct. This is for accounts, our case numbers 1179, 1180, 2211, 2184, 2181, 2169, 2174, 2192, 2183, 2219, 2147, 2203, 2204, 2170, 2167, 2156, 2157, 2151, 2168, 2199, 2201, 2213, and 2294. 2194. Thank you, Bliss.
Okay. Charlotte, do you hold a appraiser's license in the
It's
state?
been a property tax consultant.
You are a licensed appraiser?
Yep, a licensed property tax consultant.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
not an appraiser.
not an appraiser.
Okay. How, we'll open the first hearing is case number 2021-1179, account 12124. How would you like to do this, Charlotte? You want to go first or you want Ray to go first?
Ray can go first.
Okay.
Charlotte, in any of these cases, do you know off the top of your head if y'all are gonna, do you have any issues other than market and equity?
There are a couple.
There are a couple.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there are a couple. Most of them are market now.
Okay, but you have them flagged in your.
Right,
Okay,
right.
All right, did you say for us to go first?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so we're on account 12124.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's see where we're at here. This is a property on, oh, this is a Allegro North. I'm gonna be very quick through this then. So sales comparison, first thing you'll notice, there are not any sales in Allegro North that we have in our grid. There has been a sale, but it was we don't have it in the grid. So median value is 287, and this is comping Bay House to Allegro North. And then the equity value is 269, and the reason for it just matches up because they're all in the same, it's the same condo, just redundant, same square footage, everything's the same. That's it.
So Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination if you want to ask Ray questions, and you have 5 minutes for your presentation.
Questions. And I've submitted our evidence. Our grids actually came in a little bit less. I believe 268,407. And the first page lists the equities that we used. To the back is the market sales of properties that we've used. It's comparables, similar in size. And neighborhoods, and it indicated a value of 213,459. And on the very back is just a picture, is a map of where the sales are located. And that's all that I have. On this one.
Ray, you got 2 minutes for cross-examination, 2 minutes for rebuttal, if you need it.
Rebuttal is, I just want to point out that we are comping Bay House to Allegra North. And the other comps that Charlotte's using are Rockport Racket Club. So with Rockport Racket Club, 2003 North Fulton Beach Road is the Racket Club. So I'm just, that's all I'm pointing out, is we're, neither one of us are comping Allegra North to Allegra North.
Because of no sales.
The sell activity there is very weak. There has been one, but it was after all of this.
Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal. if you need
I
it.
don't have anything.
Okay. Ray, anything for
No,
closing?
sir. No, good.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Charlotte, anything for closing?
No, sir.
Okay. So it's our time.
We considered the Lego North on several other occasions. Because of the problems they have with lack of ability to sell, lack of ability to live in. And we talked about before.
Everybody knows my position.
I'd be fine with 13.
I think I would be too. Giving them about 50,000 off. And what's the term? Loss of use or?
Is this condo currently available to live in?
Yes.
But January 1st is what we're thinking about.
Right,
Not
Right,
current.
I'm sorry.
Back to
correct.
January 1st, correct.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, based on the evidence, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
450. All right, I'm gonna make a motion then on case ID 2021-1179, account 12124. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value, or Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, or the equity value, that we lower the 2021 assessed value from 269,280 to 213,450.
Second.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Case closed. Opening case 2021-1180. Account 24950.
Charlotte, can I assume that I can go first every time? Is that okay?
Yes, yes,
So I
that's
can
fine.
start it
That'll
off.
be great.
Okay. So this is a home in Key Allegro. It sold in 19 for a little over $1 million. It is currently at 842,000. It's on Luau. Comp number 1 is on Curlew. Sold in April for a little over $1 million. It's also a class 6, almost the same square footage, almost the same effective build date, effective year date. Comps out to 970. Comp number 2 is on Luau. Sold in January for a little bit over $1 million. It's class 7 owned, a little bit smaller. Comps out to 791. Comp number 3 is on Riviera, sold for 840. Comes out to 799. It's also a class 6 home. It's about 1,000 square feet smaller. Count number 4 is just not, no, there's not another one. So count number 4 is sold for $975 in July. Class 6 home, it's about 1,000 foot smaller. And count number 5, Nassau, sold for $800 in February of 2021. It's a class 6 home, it's almost the same size. Comes out to $839, $861. Median equity value, $839, $861, showing us to be, what is that, about $4,000 high, something like that, $3,500, $4,000 high on the house. We have a value of $842. In the equity grid, we're gonna use class 6, 3,600, 3,800, bill date or effective dates are the same. Next one is also a class 6, a little bit larger, a little bit newer. Median equity value $868, so district opinion is $839. That's it.
Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Our only thing on the rebuttal is on the sales. I believe there was 5 of them, but only one of them was a verified sale. That's all that we have on the rebuttal.
Okay.
On the presentation, I don't have any sales that we're using on the equity. I've used, excuse me, 3 equity. These properties are in the same neighborhood, same class, very similar in size, 100 square feet. And we're coming in at 641, 146. And that's all I have. The map is on the map. The equity that we used.
Okay. Some of your comps are out of the neighborhood now. Looks like
I'm sorry.
some of your comparables are out of the neighborhood up toward Causeway.
Yeah,
Shawbridge.
Okay.
and we pull those based on the neighborhood that the district used, and that's what we pull.
Ray, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination and 2 minutes for rebuttal. You need it.
I mean, the biggest difference here is that we didn't use seashell shores. We used keel lake road. So, and that's the only difference. And I don't think there's a sales grid in here, it's just an equity grid. So we wouldn't comp seashell shores to keel lake road. Although, I mean, it's not the worst comps in the world, but they're not, the Keel Lake Road has plenty of comps. So, that's it.
All right. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal if you need it.
I don't need it.
Okay. Closing, Ray, you need closing?
839.
8:39, okay. Charlotte, anything for,
No, ma'am. No, sir, I'm sorry.
okay. Seem like the sales comp.
We need to lower it to 839 and 60.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion on case ID 2021-1180, account 24950, and considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, the equity value, I move that we lower the 2021 assessed value from $842,360 to $839,860.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Opening case 2021-2181, account 25042.
So you're gonna be in Keel Lake Road again on Edgewater. Go straight down here to the sales grid. This is number 9 Edgewater. We have a value of 1.4 on it. It's a 6SS and it's around 3,800 square feet with a bill date of 96 or an effective date of 96. The first sale is on Albatross, sold in October for $949. It's also a class 6 home. It's about 1,000 square foot smaller. Dates are pretty similar. Our effective date is similar. Bahama is the next sale, sold in September of 2020 for 1.1. And class 7 home, it's about the same size. It's newer on the effective age. Class comp number 3 is also on Bahama, sold for 1.3 in October. Class 7 home. It is a little bit smaller, but it's newer. All of this comes out to 1.44. Equity, we're at 1.43. We're using class 6s. And around the same, yeah, one of them's 3,800 square feet, one of them's 3,000 square feet. So those are pretty similar, but comp number 1 has a little bit newer effective age, so we'll be moving some value there. Comp number 2 is older, and comp number 3 is definitely newer. That's on Bay Shore. So the goal here apparently was just to try to stay with that 6SS minus. Median equity value of 1.43. That's it.
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and then 5 minutes for your presentation if you need it.
And this is on 25042, right?
Correct, yes.
Again, in this one, we just used equity, stuck to the same neighborhood code that the district has for all class 6 homes, similar in size, all over 3,000 square feet. And we're coming at 1254, 866. And on the very back page again is the map of where the properties are located. And that's all that I have.
No rebuttal, no closing.
Same here.
Okay. Like the district made their case.
Charlotte, are you okay?
Yeah, I just throw it in. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I just,
No, I'm good.
Comps that show that property, and if you look at it on the map, its location where it is,
Mhm.
it's like prime.
Oh, yeah, it's right at the end of
Right
the,
at the end of this.
in the bay, yeah.
I think the one
is it really?
totally accurate.
Yeah, I do too.
Sorry, I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great location.
yeah, it is. That's an outstanding property.
Yes. I think we should figure where it is.
Okay.
Okay. So I move on case ID 2021-2181, account number 25042. When considering Q1, incorrect appraised market value, and Q2, appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, the equity value, that we maintain the 2021 appraised value at $1,420,870.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed. Opening case 2021-2184, accounts 25211.
World Blue Heron, sold in 17, 1 month before the storm for 1.6 million. And sales, let's see here, 64 Blue Heron sold in March of 21 for 1.5 million. 21 Bahama, October 20, 1.2 million. Those are all the same class 7 homes. Effectively the same size and the same effective year. The last comp is on Blue Heron, also a class 7 home. It's a little bit smaller, but nothing to really worry about too much. We comp out at 1.449. We have a market value of 1.388. Equity, we're at 1.44. We have a market value of 1.388. So when we compare this with other sevens about the same size, really exactly the same size and same effective age, all we end up proving on our end is that we are undervaluing this one by 50,000 or so. But it's a $1.4 million home, so it's 50,000, relative there. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Charlotte, you got 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Okay, our only rebuttal is the sales were all unverified sales. That's all we have for the rebuttal. On the presentation, we presented on equity, which indicates a value of 1338,580. Same size, or I'm sorry, same class homes, similar size homes. The back page shows the map where they're located. And that's all that we have, indicating a value of 1338,580.
By what was that?
1338,580.
Close. Okay.
Hmm.
50,000.
I'll fit.
Okay, your rebuttal, right?
Yeah, I don't have a rebuttal. I do have a comment though.
Okay.
I'm always happy when there's reasonable numbers thrown around. So
Okay.
that's my comment.
All right. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for
I don't
rebuttal?
have any.
Okay, anything for closing, Ray?
No, sir.
Okay, Charlotte?
No.
Okay. Seems to me the
338.
the district's made their
Okay,
Case
so
here.
it's actually undervalued.
Okay. Where's this one?
Here.
Deep in the canal.
Right on the end,
Huh?
coming out of the hole, I guess. you'd say.
Yeah,
It's a good location.
Mhm.
really?
Nothing blocking them across.
Yeah.
It's a nice property.
You think?
I couldn't believe it where it is.
And then it's deep in the canal system rather than being out on the end.
Yeah, but it's still got a pretty open view.
Mhm. There it is right there.
No, it's great. They have a view.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't think it's deep in the canal at all, because it's also actually closer to the end of the canal than it is to the good end as opposed to the other end. No. It's fairly close.
okay. I'll give you a hand.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion now on case ID 2021-2184. Account number 25211. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 the equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $1,388,690.
Second.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye. Case closed, opening case 2021-2211, account 60219.
Okay, 60219, this is on Bay Shore, 1894 Bay Shore. In unit 2, so a little ways in. Let's see here. Sales grid,
I'm not seeing two.
This one.
60219.
Oh, 60219, okay, sorry.
Yes, sir. So the sales grid is gonna be Blue Heron for 1.5 on a class 7 home. Bay Shore class 7 home, August of 20, 1.4. Let's see here, that's an odd number versus an even number, so the even numbers are on the bay, the odd numbers. So this comp number 2 is gonna be Bay Shore but canal side. And then the subject is Bay Shore, but Bayside. So 1.4 million on that one. Comp number 3 is Albatross. Also class 7, comp number 4 is a class 7. Both of these homes are larger. Both of these homes are newer. Rendering a median, I got one more. Comp number 5 is 1.3 million. This is the one on Albatross, median value of 1.59. We have 1.46. Equity is 1.46, comping class 7 homes, right around 2,500 square feet. One thing about our equity grid that I will point out is every one of our comps is considerably newer. I'm not sure, the effective age of the home here is 98, but we have effective age on our equity grid of 2015, 2017, and 2020. We're adjusting for it, but I don't really care. Not happy that it ended up that way. So anyways, we're at 1.46.
Okay, is that it?
That's it. Yes, sir.
All right, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Just our rebuttal, just is that only one is a verified sale. On the presentation, we just have equity. These are all on Bay Shore, and I think, excuse me, except for the last one is the odd number. The other ones are all even addresses on the same side. So same neighborhood, similar quality, construction, similar in size, and we're coming with a value of 1204,334. Again, the last one, which I believe is the highest equity, is the one that's an odd number, and they're all on Bay Shore.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
So in rebuttal, you can kind of see, you guys have been doing this for a while. You can see the two different approaches here, possibly within the software. We're weighted towards class, but we kind of screwed up age. And their grid is weighted towards location and maybe screwed up class a little bit because they're comping class 7 to class 5. So the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Would you say, let me ask a question.
Sure.
Were you suggesting that the effective age was not accurate?
Well, I'm suggesting that that I don't like about our equity grid that all of our comps are so much newer. They're built. Our oldest comp is 2015, and the subject property is like 1998 or something like that. So that's a little bit frustrating.
Yeah, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes if you need
I
it.
don't have any.
Okay. Anything for closing, right?
No, sir.
Okay, Charlotte? Okay.
I just like to point out one thing, that this is on a double lot.
Monster.
This property is huge and it's got a whole bunch of bayfront. I know it was updated after the storm. So the biggest value of this lot on this property is the lot. 948, which is probably at least worth that.
But my favorite house.
Yeah, it's a
For
great house.
1,000 years.
It's a great house.
1.3.
If you met in the middle, that would, yeah.
1.3.
What's that?
1.3.
Oh, you're just picking in the middle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of in the middle between the 1.2 and the 1.46. Okay. So I'm gonna move then on case ID 2021-2211, account number 60219. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal or equity value. I move that we lower the 2021 assessed value from $1,462,660 to $1.3 million even.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed. We are now moving to the 10 o'clock docket. Opening case number 2021-2169, account 24581.
Gonna be on Bay Shore again.
Are we on the 10 o'clock?
Yes,
Okay, we do have a little issue.
okay.
On account 88199963, we do not have a agent form.
881963.
Yeah, 88199963.
The bottom of
And
page
that one is
5.
for Beltman.
Okay.
So y'all want to skip that until we get it, but that's okay.
Yeah,
And then there was another one that you already did. For Lone Oak. And that was 24950.
249.
Yeah, I don't know if you wanna wait until the end of the day and see if we can get
Let's
it.
just deal with
or-
these two at the end. That's
Well, one of
okay.
them you already
That's-
heard.
That's okay.
Okay.
Well, if we need to repair it at the end. we
Okay.
will. We've got two accounts that need AOAs.
Yes,
There's no reason for it to slow us down.
okay. And Charlotte, you got it?
We'll just we'll deal with these. One account we've already done, and then the one that started with 8 hasn't been done.
right.
Yes.
All right,
That's
we
right.
got it. Thank
Okay.
you, Beth.
Uh-huh.
All right, this property is on Bay Shore, 1806 Bay Shore. This one's gonna be in unit 1, so this is pretty quick when you get into when you get in, and it's on the bay side. All right, so sales. Some of the sales here will be calmed down, we're gonna get out of the millions for a little while. So,
Too many zeros.
first comp is 1851 Bay Shore. Sold for $595. Class 5 home, subject is a class 5 home. Lots of similarities on living area and effective age. Comp number 2 is on Edgewater. Sold in, what is that? April to 2020, yeah. Sold for 700. It's class 5 home, about the same size. A little bit newer effective age, nearly the same build date. Let's see here, we have 2 more comps. We have Bay Shore and Mazatlan, class 6 homes, larger homes. One's quite a bit newer, about the same age, sold for 700 and 677. We have a median value of 693 and a market value of 673. And in equity, we have class 5s, about the same age, about the same size. On Bay Shore, Catalina, Bay Shore, and Bay Shore, we comp out at 685. We did throw a class 6 home in there, but we also threw a class 4 home in there. So 685 versus market value of 673. That's all.
He's still got time?
Yeah, he's still got 3 minutes.
This is a one-story house,
That is correct. That is correct.
and the comps are all two-story.
Yeah, there may not have been a lot of one-story sales in Key Allegro.
There's a 1-story on the equity grade.
Yeah, the equity wise, hopefully there'll be some one-stories, but
Hmm.
number one, there's not a lot of one-story homes. We could have comped the one on Blue Heron, but it's got so much land. There's some people that bought a house that's like 4 lots or something like that on, and it's a one-story home. Yeah, but
Yeah, but it's way up there.
it would have looked really
The one on the
goofy in
circle.
the grid. Yeah, it would look really goofy.
So this one just doesn't look like it's in the same ballpark as.
Yeah, so
It's the poor side of Key Largo.
yeah, I agree. It's, it's a single story home. There's not a lot of them. Every time we kind of have conversations in this office about it is we get told the opposite, that that the single story homes in Key Allegro were good because you don't have to walk upstairs. So I don't know. I
Amen.
don't know. In my view, it means you can't see as far, but in some people's view, it means there's not stairs. So
Okay.
equity, we're gonna have a class 5 and a class 5, Bay Shore, Catalina. Oh, we already went over this, didn't we? I'm sorry. Yeah, we're good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and then 5 minutes for your presentation.
And I apologize, I was pulling my file. This one, we don't have an issue with the sales and equity. There's a condition issue with this property. And I have presented as the evidence of the cost to cure. That's at $76,161. It's detailed, wrote down what the estimate includes. And that's all I have on this, one, just this condition issue.
Okay.
What is your price? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
What was the number you gave?
the estimate is $76,161.
About 600,000.
Mhm.
600, I'm sorry, I still didn't get it, 676,000.
Well, it's
$599.
76,000 here, so
Oh, I
if you
see.
took that off.
Um,
673, you're at about 600,000.
I don't necessarily have a rebuttal, but I would add that if you were to look at, back at our grid, I mean, at our stuff, and see where this is located and think about some of the stuff you guys have heard, you'll maybe can remember that there was some bulkheading issues on this entryway into Key Allegro. This does make sense to me that they're having concrete bulkheading issues here. We've heard protests from this general area where people have had the waves have got to bite into the frontage.
This is on the Little Bay side, right?
No, this is
No,
on
it's
the
on the base.
bay side. This is on the
Okay.
Aransas. bay.
Not
Okay.
too far.
Second house on Gillette.
Okay, where you come in, all right.
There's only 2 houses.
Oh, right.
Come across the
after
bridge.
big one.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
It's the first house after the big house.
Can you see the phone?
Second house.
I know, so it's-
Magic told to send it to Dropbox.
I know.
This is the house next door.
It's-
Do you want to see it?
it's time.
We are on Charlotte's time. Here's the house and here's the bulkhead. You can see it.
Is there a bulkhead issue with that?
Just this estimate is the repairs.
It's there. I see, there's bulkhead is there.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any chance that the work's already been done. I mean, I don't know. When was that? I didn't see.
10/15/2020 was the date of the estimate.
Yeah, I don't know.
1/3/21.
What's the door on there?
Sure.
Mostly has to do with the concrete and dock.
Hard to tell.
But I can't see any disruption of the bulkhead.
Mm.
The dock is there. You know when this work was done, Charlie?
I don't have the date in here. Yeah, I just have the
It says 10,
estimate.
15, 2020, so it may have already been done. Date of the RCC construction proposed.
From the picto, can you tell if there's been backfill? Was there dirt work or anything?
Let me see, let me do it. What, from last year?
Well, just look, you can kind of
You want
tell,
a
like,
split
does it
screen?
look like construction is happening on the ground?
No, it really does.
Not there,
No.
next door, but not there.
There's no way that they got a bid in October and the dirt would have returned to like new
Yeah.
condition.
I would split screen it between the year.
And the deck doesn't look like it's got new
Yeah.
wood on it.
One way to handle something like this, like with cost to cure, is not dollar for dollar. So like, in other words, when they get this fixed, we're not gonna add $76,000 back to the property. So you can go to a portion of cost to cure. If there's concerns.
Well, I just,
That's last year to this year.
You turn that around. So we can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin it real quick so you can see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it. It's really simple. Okay, yeah,
which is this,
it's this one.
the date?
That's
19.
December of 19.
Okay, the right side is December of 19, the left side is January of 21.
So it does look like there's been some backfill here.
Well, the big key, I wish that green line wasn't there.
Yeah.
Where you can tell if there's a post every 5 feet there. That would be the new work if it's post every 5 feet, but I'd like to see that without the green thing. there.
Can't take that green line off.
And there's also a tide issue there if you look at next.
It'll
door
change
to
the
it,
whole-
The tires are obviously different.
Right.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, it looks like it's been repaired to me because there's posts under
I'm
there.
hoping next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
See that we should knock a whole lot off.
Take this down some more.
At most.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
I'm thinking
I-
25.
Huh?
I'm thinking 25, about 30.
I'm better with that. I can't, because I can't see.
Oh, it looks fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we make it 650?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
All right.
Doesn't matter what I remember.
Yeah.
I
See
can,
the market and some, we don't have a lot of.
Okay, I'm gonna make a
I
motion
have
then.
Can I have that back real quick?
Good heavens.
On,
Superman.
well,
We're all done.
we're ahead of ourselves here.
We're already talking about it.
Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion then on case ID 2021-2169, account 24581. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal or the equity value, that we lower the 2021 assessed value from 673,600 to 650,000.
Second.
all in favor?
Right?
Case closed. Opening case 2021-2174, account 24882.
Two, 4, 8, 8, 2.
Oh, yeah, there's some case number.
2174.
Yes. And we are gonna be in Sandpiper at the end, at the very tip of Sandpiper. Little Bank side. So we have sales grid here. We're dealing with a large home that's 4,500 square feet. It's a class 4 home. And it's got a fairly large land value of 575, which isn't crazy for Pito Lake Road, but it is a lot for Sandpiper. But it's also, it's on the Little Bay.
Also on the point.
Yeah, it's on point. That's the reason for it. So cell number 1 is on Sandpiper. It sold in February of 21 for 539, class 5 home. It's about 2,000 square feet smaller. Comes out to 836. All right, let's see here. 38 Sandpiper sold in July of 20 for 739. Comes out to 932. It's a class 5 home, 2,000 square feet smaller. One of the things you'll notice about the subject property also is that the actual date and the effective date have not changed. So comp number 3 is on Albatross, sold for $650. It's a class 5 home. It's 1,500 square feet smaller, comes out to $795. We have 836 as a median value, and we have a market value of 731. These comps that we're looking at here, they're all adjusted by 25%. Based on the fact that the subject is not complete. We have it as 75% complete.
Why do you have it as a class 4?
You can see the mistake you can see that we're underclassing the home by the $100,000 difference in value. Our median value is 830 and we're at 730. So we've got a class 4 home that is 4,500 square feet. It's just a poorly classed home. We didn't do a good job. It's been like that for a long time though. It also is in disrepair. So we're not interested in messing with the class or the effective age. It needs some work. Equity, we have an equity value of 820. And we're gonna comp all class 5s. The issue here is that we have a class 4 that's 4,500 square feet. So finding equity comps for it is just not really something you can do and stay in Key Allegro. So again, we're median value of 820 on it. We have 730. That's it.
Okay, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and then 5 minutes for your presentation.
The only thing on the rebuttal we have again, that they're unverified sales on this, which indicate the value of the 836. And I've included our evidence, and it's just one, but we did have a sale on Key Allegro 2. It's a class 5. This property sold in June of 2020 for $597,000. I've included the listing for this property. It's a class 5, is smaller, 2,500, not the 4,500 of our sale or subject. And that's all that I have.
You know anything about the completion of those?
No, I don't. I looked and they didn't give me evidence on completion.
What was the number you said? What was the number you were suggesting?
Oh, I just included this one. That sold for
Excuse
$500.
me. Thank you.
But it hasn't been adjusted.
Ray, all of your comparables, you discounted them 25%.
Yeah, based on the fact that the subject needs work. I'm not sure. We don't know the details either of why it's not being repaired. It's probably financial reasons. But it's kind of sad.
Probably contractor.
Yeah, repairing a 45 square foot home is no piece of cake.
We only got it valued at $155,000, so.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the rest of the values in the land. If
Yeah.
you look at the location, it's the right location also. So
Yeah, right there on the tip.
155 for a house on that location, it's in disrepair.
4,500 square feet. Yeah,
Yes,
that's.
it's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
monster.
Let's see, he meant both.
Do you know what the functional 50% is on the, what is that, MAS? Third floor?
I
Right?
don't, Charlie, I really don't. I don't know why that's there. It's there for, it's potentially been there for a very long time.
It looks like it has.
Maybe that's
Just looks like
part
it.
of the incompleteness of the
Yeah, there's
house.
a deck up there. It looks like it's.
Yeah, I'm not
bedroom
sure.
Or something.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting that you guys caught that. This is incorrect. It should be MA2. The appraiser that did it, this is kind of funny. He looked at it and said, that's a third floor, but when you count MA, see, there's an MAS.
Yeah,
So that's one. EMA two, this should be, it's just the second floor that you're seeing. If you count the first floor being the underneath.
Okay,
So there's not actually a third floor up there. It's a
Right.
mistake.
Is that going to change the
It
value?
would change the value upwards. EMA
Upwards.
three would be less per square foot than EMA two.
Okay. I'm not seeing any reason.
You
to
know,
change this.
no, it's, I
well,
mean,
think about this.
you couldn't value the
It's-
property almost at zero at 155,
No.
so that's the land.
The value of the land didn't change though,
No,
from year to year, only the value of the house.
you know, if you tore the
It's-
house down, that's property.
It's up
value would be
50%.
pretty accurate.
It's 75% complete. It has issues. It's
Yeah.
not being repaired. And my view would be to roll it back to where it was last year.
I don't think so.
What drove the price up, right?
We
Just,
moved the neighborhood.
just move the neighborhood.
We moved the neighborhood, yeah.
So it's,
To be clear, we moved all of Keel Lake Road.
If it's not being repaired, if it's where it was in January 1. Yeah, I move it up,
was in the market adjustment.
make that house look.
You familiar with that house?
I'm not really,
I'm not on it.
it's not on my walking trail.
I can do that. I mean, if it's not being repaired,
And
it's
that doesn't,
materially not any different from.
it's not the land remained
The land
the same.
stayed the same. So, yeah.
So the previous year's number was that 674?
674.
Whatever you guys think.
Yeah. I can do that.
Okay,
It's re-
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move then on case ID 2021-2174, account 24882. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, the equity value, I move that we lower the 2021 assessed value from $731,110 back to the 2020 value of $674,930.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can we declare a 5-minute break?
Yes. Did you write those numbers down that she said, if not Alan?
Yes, I did, and I went in and sent it to her.
I was moving along now.
Yeah,
I like it.
making good progress,
I
yeah.
like it. Instead of getting hung up on something, and talking about ad nauseam. Yeah, I'll get it. I gotta stand up.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
I've been sitting, seems like for weeks.
Yeah.
We have.
Climb over.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
no, I don't think you have to move. No. I don't think you have to move. Oh, okay, yeah.
I got it all in there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Much easier if I have an order that we're going.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but I.
The one that we have the.
No, that's why I want to let y'all know before y'all start this.
Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, okay, excellent.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. The age, it was never bumped it up.
It's so cold that there's frost on the windows.
I'm not actually cold today. I'm surprised.
I'm okay today.
Yeah, usually I'm freezing.
Yeah. How's Rob doing? Is he
He's
still
doing
around?
good, yeah, he's doing good. Busy, he's, yeah.
Does
So he goes,
Veltman,
I haven't been to Aransas and,
does Veltman let him handle any other stuff?
yeah.
A few years ago, they got all, they had told me that they were upset with him.
Oh, really? Oh,
They thought
okay.
that he wasn't giving.
Just for Aransas?
Yes,
Yes, maybe.
there was a lady down here that was a client of Veltman,
Uh-huh.
and he signed off on the settlement statement, and she got really upset,
Oh, okay.
really upset.
One of those, yeah.
So Rob actually asked us if we would please just reopen the protest and let her.
Let her take care of it.
But then after that, they told us that they couldn't want him, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, because he,
With
the whole
defrost
state
mode.
rebelled. So
It must have just been yeah,
maybe
it's trying to seize.
every once in a while you get one of those property owners. So
Yeah.
had one in Darrell a couple of weeks ago. 9-10 o'clock at night. I was getting tired. And we just, we're just going in the morning to get board order and it was, you know, then she's still calling it questions. It is what it is, you know. The board made the decision, you know.
You can sue or, you know, there's options.
Yeah.
To really,
Well, I don't want to do that. It's like,
well, that's your
the
option.
board made a decision. You
That's
didn't
your
make that decision, the board made this decision, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, traffic was. We close it. Sorry again. Stumbling over everybody.
You're all right.
Okay,
Where we at?
2021-2183, account 25088.
Did we skip one?
No,
No,
Finish.
we did 2174, so the next one would be
Oh.
2183.
Your list may be in a.
Maybe
Oh,
different order, okay,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
okay.
You wanna do that?
25088.
250.
That's fine.
You just lead and we'll follow. We'll catch up. 25088.
25088.
Yep. This is a property on Bimini. So we're still in Key Allegro.
Peanuts.
Let's see what we have here. We have a class 5 home, 2,400 square feet, effective age 1990. Comment number 1 is on Albatross. July of 2020, sold for $850. Class 5 home, a little bit larger, effective age is about the same. Comment number 2 is on Aloha, sold in October 2020 for $600. And it's a class 5 home, about the same size, about the same age. Number 3 is on Bimini. It's a class 6 home, sold for $1 million, a little bit smaller. And has the same land value, class number, let's see, comment number 4, sold for $600, 636, September 2020, class 5 home, a little bit larger and newer. We have a median value of 685 and a market value of 656. Equity, we have a median equity value of 663 and market value of 656. And we are using class 5 homes, Curlew, size and age are good. Next comps, class 5 homes, size and age are also good, and that's it. 663, so we believe 656 is a good number.
okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and then 2 minutes or 5 minutes for your presentation.
When you said you thought the 656 was right, is that the value that we have? I have 683 for some reason.
I don't know, let's double check me.
Show 656.
So 617. Value assessment.
Let's see, we have a 2021 card, 656.
Okay.
656.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
666.
630.
656, 330.
Yeah.
Yes. No. I thought she was talking about her value,
Oh,
her assumption.
Okay, and on our evidence, we don't have any sales, it is just equity. And if you look at the equity, there's, you know, same class homes, similar size, on square footage. The back page of the map shows where the properties are located. And our equity value is coming at 617,534. And that's all that I have.
Okay. Okay, so Ray, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 2 minutes for,
The biggest difference I see between the equity grids here is that we're adjusting at the effective age level. And it looks like their adjustments are at the actual build date level. And they're making an adjustment for distance. and we're not doing that.
Just
Okay,
a distance from the property.
From the property, yes, sir.
okay, I was trying to figure out the difference I know it's two different methods to
Yeah, I think our
Get to a
methods
number,
are actually
but-
pretty similar, and
Yeah, the comps are great.
if we were valuing on actual date, then our number would be lower, and if they were valuing on effective age, then their number would be higher.
hire.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's because there's quite a bit of difference between 76 and 97. On that one comp there.
okay. They show the land values being equal to yours, so they're not changing land value. Okay,
I think it's well under the median and equity levels.
yeah. I mean,
I think the 656 from 30 is fine.
Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal if you need it. Okay. Sorry. Don't wanna get ahead of
We're done,
ourselves.
we're done.
You done?
Yes.
Okay, I'm, yeah,
Are you good on
I
that?
think 656 is,
Which was the one that was out of line? The comp that was out of line,
on the districts.
district.
Ray, which comp did you not?
I liked ours. I thought our
Yeah.
comps were good.
I think that was the
I
last
didn't have any
case.
issues with our comps this time.
Okay. 7. Yeah,
Both equity and sales, they're below.
the actuals are 20 years apart. And they used actuals rather than effective. I see. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So I move on case ID 2021-2183, account number 25088. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value, Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $656,330.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed.
Mm-hmm.
2190, opening case at 2021-2192, account 26583. You okay with that, Sean?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, good news. We're out in Keel Agro for a little bit. We're in Live Oak Point Tracts. So this is the properties that are on the north side of town that are associated with Fulton Beach Road and Highway 35. Some of them you can drive all the way through, some of them you can't, but that's where we're at. Fun fact here, if you look at the card and you see the picture, you'll see 2 people walking up towards the house. That's an appraiser joke. What you do is you take a picture of the house when the appraiser that's with you turns his back. And you get a good photo. That's Kevin Jameson. So it's a rookie mistake by the chief appraiser in the past. So here we go. We're on address 4610 Highway 35 North. There's actually not a picto in here, unfortunately. Maybe there will be later. I can't tell you if this goes. I'm gonna make the assumption that in that photo, you're seeing them walk up from Fulton Beach roadside and the driveway is on the highway side. And this is not a drive-through lot. That's what I think.
Here. The driveway's on Fulton Beach Road.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I just wanna,
Actually, there's no driveway on there.
There is no driveway.
Yeah.
An all the way through lot, so, okay.
It goes all the way through, but you enter from the highway, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Fulton Beach here, it's gonna be
Oh,
35.
you enter from 35.
No, he entered from.
Enter from Fulton Beach.
Fulton Beach Road.
Comp sales, comp number one is in the same area. This is Live Oak Point Tracks, sold in April or March of 20 for $685. Class 5 home, about the same size, a little bit older. Comp number two, sold on Fulton Beach Road for $739. Class 5 home, smaller but newer. They comp out at 700 and 774. Comp number three, Fulton Beach Road, same area here. Class 6 home, 2,000 square feet bigger and a little bit newer, comps out at 620. And comp number four is a class 6 home, 1,400 square feet bigger, sold for $875. Previous one sold for $9. Both of these homes are having to have value removed from them to comp. 620 and comp on one, 730 on the other. We have a median value of 715 and a market value of 691. Equity grid is the same area, class 5, class 5, class 4, about the same size, a little bit. One's about the same age, one's a little bit older. Same area again, class 5, class 5. Both homes are about 500 square feet bigger. Age is about the same. Comes out at 702 and we're at 691. That's it.
Wait a minute, on the comp equity grid,
Yes, sir.
comp 1 and 2, they're listed as addresses on Highway 35. Are they also off of Fulton Beach Road? Are they the same
I would assume
area?
so, they're the same neighborhood.
Same neighborhood?
Yes, sir. They're the same area.
Same area?
That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Charlotte, you have in 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
On this one, the issue that we have on this property is this property goes from 35 to Fulton Beach Road. They do not have access to Fulton Beach Road. I've attached several pictures in the evidence. It's kind of hard in the dark to look at them, but they do not have access to Fulton Beach Road. Their only entrance is through I-35 or through 35. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's like that.
And when there's any type of rain, they have no access to their property.
Maybe
They
that's
cannot get a
something.
driveway at all.
It looks like that.
Is this a picture of the
That might be-
driveway?
Yeah, this is with some time.
That could be the
back, but
neighbor's driveway.
No,
It could be skewed a little.
Could be, yeah, I'm not sure.
The blue line could be skewed a little bit, but there's, it looks like a
So,
driveway to me.
We do an overhead.
What are you saying?
It looks like there's a driveway.
It looks
From
Well,
where?
like
that could be
there's
the
a
neighbor's driveway, I don't know.
It is the neighbor's,
yeah.
That's the neighbor's driveway.
It's the neighbor's
Okay.
driveway.
That's the neighbor's driveway.
Does it show any kind of a driveway from the road?
It does from up here, yeah, you can see it right there, there's something there. It looks like it maybe comes down here, and then across
So they
there.
can't get in at all. because
I
there's
lived
one
in it for a
picture.
year.
Hmm?
I lived in it for a year.
You did?
I did.
This house?
Mhm.
Okay.
I did.
That's a flood.
Oh my God. Just today it looks like that. They have to park in the squishy part down in the front and climb on way to the mud. Actually, they're using the next door neighbor's driveway right now.
The Junk Cruise Adventure.
Is that the Denham substance?
No, that's people from Shiner.
So on this one, because of this issue, we feel there needs to be some type of adjustment to that land, that they don't have access to that property. Anytime it rains, whether it's however much rain it is. So it's-
I don't know why it doesn't go down. It just holds water forever.
Okay.
What is that?
What is your
Like,
position on that?
maybe it's a.
We just feel there needs to
Sidewalk.
be some type of adjustment to the land. For access.
Sidewalk.
Right,
Not wide enough to be a driveway.
Uh-uh.
To the back.
Does this have a sidewalk or something going down the Fulton Beach Road? You said you
Yes.
lived there,
Yes,
so it has a.
sidewalk goes down to the retaining wall, which is about 50 feet from the road. So the wood is an old picture. That's from years and years and years ago. There's a
Can't,
concrete
can't drive
wall.
on it, it's just a walkway.
Got it.
Oh, it's
Thanks.
4 foot wide, 5 foot wide.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just a walkway. It goes down to the retaining wall and then you step off into the mud.
Okay.
how much of the property floods from 35, how far into the flood?
25 feet from the gate, which is at the highway. That's just inside of the state easement. About 25 feet in, it starts flooding and it goes all the way up to the house.
10%.
Well, the
10%.
the apron, the parking apron.
Okay.
So it's I would say it's a quarter of a, not a quarter, it's about an eighth of a mile of road that's completely underwater.
Okay.
It's a long ways. You can't walk it.
It sounded like more than 10%.
It's significant, significant.
So in rebuttal.
Yeah, you got
I would say
2
that
4
the
minutes.
land is broken up into different tables. And obviously, we're not gonna touch the waterfront east table, and it's the smallest table anyway, so that doesn't
Okay.
matter. So, this adjustment from the district's opinion would either be to table 1 or table 3, or table 1 and table 3, which would be the frontage and the center land.
What you described, it sounds like it's just a center more than anything. Bill.
I'm trying to, without the pictometry, it's really hard for me.
Well, here,
I can look at the,
Bill,
I'm coming, I'm looking at, trying to look at the card and figure out the land. Can't even see the road there. It floods.
No,
I think the road runs, there's a gate kind of right along in here.
Oh,
Did
really?
And it starts flooding about right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And this entire piece
I didn't want to
From-
go down this morning.
from
so I was
Gene
down that
Gene
way.
Garcia's driveway, in fact, his is flooded also.
Okay.
Gene Garcia's car has to park in here too.
Yeah.
In fact, it got hit the other night.
So
It floods, it starts
And I
flooding
just
right here and
contacted
goes all the way
them,
to, there's an apron right along here, concrete apron.
Yeah.
So you were.
And it floods from here to here,
March,
and it floods
August.
from
March,
here all the way over to,
And
and including Gene Garcia's, the neighbor's
80%
driveway.
of the property?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The entire thing
So I was in
floods,
feedback while we were for 15 years.
but because of the
Like,
way
we
the
actually
road
built a
is,
year in our-
where, there it is, the road just follows straight, and that's a long ways. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how far it is, but you break a sweat walking from the house
Yeah,
to
because we can only work a couple of months.
the airport road.
Okay, I can do that and still retire.
The greenest trees there are all cypress.
10% off the center one would take $30,000. The value is
Yeah, but he's
300,000.
saying that it isn't just the center, that it's also the beginning.
It's huge, it's a huge
I take it the
inconvenience, but it would take $30,000.
center one
Road material.
is the bottom land at 42,170.
Yes.
And then the one in the middle is the beachfront. That's the expensive
I
piece.
got them screwed up.
It's the,
So I think if you.
Center land is 56,
It's the,
220.
from the highway to the, it's,
The highway frontage and center.
Yes, the gross value.
okay. Oh, got it.
The center land is only 60 cents a square foot now.
Yeah. I think if you took 20% off the
It already
center,
has a 75% adjustment on it.
well, there we go, right there.
There's a
All right.
comment that says function
Oh,
due
it
for
already has it, it
flooding
already has an adjustment.
Okay,
from an ARB in the year 2000, so.
okay, so it's
I mean,
already,
that's that's a comment here,
It has a 75% reland.
and that's on the
Right.
center, right? So
Yes.
that's the only one though that's adjusted. When you look at the adjustments there, there's a 75% adjustment in the account already.
Well, it
That's a big adjustment.
pretty well takes care of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Right, then.
It's a known problem apparently. I mean, it's not anything I knew about, but it's much older than me as far as the account.
Okay, Charlotte, if you need it, you got 2 minutes for.
I don't need it.
Okay. Anything for closing, Ray?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, let me ask you, so
Okay.
this, the adjustment is on the
Centerpiece, yeah.
the centerpiece, of course, and nothing on the highway frontage, correct?
No,
That's correct.
How much is in the highway frontage?
Value is 38,000, 15,000 square feet.
We can adjust off of that, it's just on. It's only on the second.
It's the center section. It was.
No, he said from all the way from
From
the.
25, 30 feet into the property from the highway, it starts flooding.
I think the 75% covers it.
Yeah, that's more generous than I would have given both pieces, so, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
If I had a decision to make, I would probably take some off of the highway
For the front.
a little bit, 10%.
I think so too, because they are adjusting for the center, but not for the first portion, which apparently according to. Floods as badly.
You can't pull in and just leave your car up there because you still have to wade through wasting water at some point.
Okay. Let's take 10% off the
All
front
right.
too. All right,
Ray, do you want me to
Put it in there
address?
permanently.
Okay,
Just do like a wet 90.
okay.
It's not a problem.
And that way
You
you'll be
get to
good for a
tell us
while.
what the answer is.
Can they fix it? Is it fixable?
No.
Oh, put a whole bunch of dirt in there?
They kill trees and do all kinds of
You
things.
can't do it
You
because
can't
you'll
really-
flood your house.
Yeah, well.
You'll flood your
Oh, flood
house.
your house.
Your water's not gonna run off your land fast enough. Not if it holds that much water. That's a lot of water.
That's a mess.
Yeah, you could maybe do some sort of French drain and then have everybody on
Ditch or
Fulton Beach
something.
Road hate you.
Yeah.
I mean, the Fulton Beach Road would wash out from both sides.
Yeah, they suggested bringing in some big pumps and. it's like,
688,010.
What is it?
Can they make a driveway into the
688.10.
front?
680.
$688,010.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, straight up deal.
All right, so I'm gonna move on case ID 2021-2192, account number 26583, when considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal or the equity value, that we lower the 2021 assessed value from $691,830 to $688,010.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed. Opening case 2021-2219. Oh, wait a minute.
Is this the one we had?
This is the one we got.
This is one we
to
need to skip.
This is the one.
Oh,
Skipping
good catch.
2021.
Yes.
So we're just gonna adjust it. Or-
Set that one aside.
Okay.
There's no, do you think, Charlotte, you think you're gonna get one for this?
Yes, they're working on it right now.
Okay, thanks.
So now we're into the 130 docket.
Yeah, you wanna see, you wanna wait just a second and see. And that way, It doesn't matter.
But how we keep on going.
It doesn't matter.
We're making progress here, so absolutely.
We're entering the, what's up?
Oh, no.
Oh, we're entering the 1:30 docket,
Really?
Oh,
case 2021-1229. Account 46563.
All right, we're gonna be in Laguna Reef, I'm pretty sure. So we get a change of location again,
Yay.
be in Laguna Reef. I believe there's gonna be more than one account here that are dealing with Laguna Reef, right? That even is maybe even, or is that later? Okay, it's later. There's gonna be, you're gonna hear an account right here where
There's only three, right?
there's three Lagoon, but they're all the same. They're this McBee property,
Mhm.
this McBee person. So you're gonna, there's three accounts. Um, yeah, anyways, there's three accounts here. All right,
We're just doing an order then.
well, that's why I'm letting y'all know, so that everybody knows now that there's three
Okay,
accounts.
do those three counts in order because they're all the same properties.
Well, Sean's got her folders all set out.
That's okay, no, I've got them. I'm good.
You want to do all three of those
Yeah,
together?
this is 46563.
This is 46563.
Okay, Now- 46562, 46563, and 535 is what I have.
That's correct.
Okay.
Does it matter to you out of these three, which one goes first?
No.
Okay, so we can stick with this one here, 46563. Laguna Reef, this is a 621 square foot condo. And so we have a 621 square foot condo that sold in December. Apartment 306. Sold for 271. Number two is a 621 square foot condo. Apartment 213, sold for 274. And Count number three is a 621 square foot unit. It's sold for 185, and it is on the first floor. Sold for 185. It's possibly doesn't have the back. You're not on the back, like where you can see out to the bay. Some of the
Okay.
first floor stuff is different.
Where is this one?
This one is on the fourth floor.
The bay side?
Bay side. Oh, I need to be careful there. I'm not sure. I actually don't know for sure about that. I don't know. All of the other units that sold, see, we got a 406, a 306. So comp number two that sold for 274, it is an odd number. I don't know if that means squat. I have no idea. We have a median value of 271, market value of 268. You'll notice in our equity grid, our median value is 268. We're just comparing the same thing to the same thing 4 times. That's it.
Okay. So Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
The only thing I have is on 46562. This property actually sold. They bought this in December. They bought 46562 and 563 together for $412,000 or $206,000 each. And I provided the closing statement as our evidence.
And they bought it when? Oh, I'm sorry. there's a date on it.
December of 2020.
Sorry.
And that's my evidence, is the closing statement.
So those were two contiguous units. Is that one of the other, is that one of the other ones that we're gonna be looking at or not?
Yes, this was 46562, and we've got 46563, those two.
Are the ones that they paid 200?
Yes.
No.
Decent.
Well,
We're still in her time, and I just want to verify that this is for two.
4,046. Page
It's two.
Actually, page one of the contract.
Yeah, it says up on the top, 2, 405 and 406, very first page.
it's in bold.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Anything else, Charlotte?
No, sir.
Okay, Ray, you have 4 minutes for rebuttal. and
Yeah, so,
cross-examine.
no cross examining. My rebuttal is we're being careful with this and not going straight to the purchase price for the year because the other sales, because there's other sales, because they bought 2 units at the same time, and because McBee was already in the unit. So we've got a person that lives there or doesn't live there, that owns there, buying 2 units at the same time. So the appraisal district is not 100% sure that, we're 100% sure that we shouldn't decide to go to 206. So that's why we're here.
Okay. Have we verified, Charlotte, was this an open market sale with
That I do not know.
Realtor?
Yeah, I do not know that.
It looks
They
like
present
this
their
is a
closing
real estate
statement.
normal form.
Okay,
What's that?
So this is a real estate normal form that we would use. I would say it was a realtor form.
But we don't know whether it was open to the public.
actually,
No,
Well, it does have listing associate's name
yeah, so.
for Henry Miller.
It's listed. and
So,
wording like they would
I don't
say.
think that we're gonna question it as a market transaction. We're gonna question it as if you buy 2,
You get it.
you get a
discount.
better price. That's our hesitancy here, is really wrapped up in that, and the fact that they were already there. Some of these condo associations are pretty close knit with the way that they transact, kind of like first right of refusal, not legally, but handshake agreement type of thing, there's,
Mhm.
so it just slows us down over here.
Same seller for both.
it's, well, it's still, Ray's still.
I'm done,
Okay.
I'm done, I probably talked out of turn even, so I'm done. Just
Okay.
done.
Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal if you need it.
I don't need it.
Okay. Anything for closing, Ray?
No, sir.
Okay. How about you, Charlotte?
No, sir.
Okay.
This looks like,
What did you say with the value that's been proven on the other condos?
Yeah.
Leave it at 268.9 because that in a sense is what it's worth. They got probably a deal buying 2 units.
yeah,
So I'm sure they got a deal.
in an off-market transaction.
And still,
We don't know that. That's the big thing, that you can't make that assumption that it was an off market or that it was not an off market.
if it had a listing agent, it probably was on the market. But
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, there's an agent, there's a
We're not
broker.
taking that into consideration because the price
Yeah.
that the district has proved that these units sell individually. And if this unit was just go on the market, it would probably sell for substantially more than the 201.
Yeah, of course, we've looked at these properties that are side by side that
It'll be
that they,
more
Combine
expensive
them.
unit, yes, exactly.
so they buy them at a reduced price and then combine them at some point.
Yeah, well, they combine them usually right away.
But it won't be a $500,000 condo at that point.
No.
So we're assessing it at 268, and if we assess the other one at 268, then all of a sudden it becomes a $500,000 condo, which is probably the most expensive condo in the lower half of Texas.
You said,
Do you follow what I'm, do you follow my logic there?
yeah.
If at 206, then it's a $400,000 condo, it's still too high, but it's not,
But it's not for sale.
it's not a $525,000 condo.
Yeah, but right now it's a $268,000. I see what you're saying, but I don't think that we need to
We don't know,
reduce that because it's not for sale, so.
we don't know that they're gonna combine.
You're correct, right? Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, we
And it
tend
went
to
up-
keep it at 268.
Went up $80,000 in 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what they're selling. I don't know why, but they are.
Just stating the obvious.
I wouldn't
Just
buy
stating
one.
the obvious.
Oh, well.
Okay, I'm gonna move on case ID 2021-1229, account 46563. When considering both Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, the equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $268,900.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna be the lone dissenter in this. I'm gonna say no, because I don't know.
Okay. Let the
Doesn't mean
record
anything,
show
doesn't it?
3-4, 1 against. Charlotte, which is the other half of this? Is that
46562.
46562? Okay, got it. Thank you.
It's case 2204.
Opening,
It's on page.
opening a hearing on case 2021-2204. Account 46562.
Right, so the district just presented this exact mirrored case for the apartment next door from the same purchaser. The comps in our package are the same. There is no difference between what I've said previously to what I was saying. That's all I have to say.
So,
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation, if you need that much.
Ours is the same as the 46563 that they purchased them together.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Make a motion then on case ID 2021-2204.
Okay.
When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $268,900.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 1 opposed. To finish, you want to finish out McBee,
Okay.
the third one,
46535.
46535?
2204.
That okay?
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Okay. Opening case 2021-2203, account 46535.
This is the exact same thing, just on a different floor. But the comps are the same again. Just need to make sure. Opinion is the same argument.
Charlotte, you have 2 minutes plus 5 minutes. You need it?
No, and our evidence was those two sales that we used on the previous one,
Okay,
just the 206 that we sold garbage.
okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to move then on case ID 2021-2203, account number 46535, when considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $268,900.
In favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we're gonna go back and pick up where we left off with 2021-2147, account 12099.
On the bottom, page 6.
What time? It was case number, which one?
The bottom of
21,
page 6, 2147.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we are back in the Lakewood North. We are. Let's see here. We're on the condo that we have is 100% complete. We're comping Bay House, giving a median value of 279. We have 284. And we are comping in equity, we are comping Lakewood North, getting 284. So the district's opinion is 279. That's it.
Okay, so exactly the same on the equity in your
$9,000 different on that.
sales.
Yes, sir.
Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
And 12099 or 12099. I guess our big issue is, I believe, is the percent complete, because it went from 74,000 to 209,630 on the improvement. And our evidence that we presented, the first is equity of ones that are on Fulton Beach Road. All the same class, similar square footage, indicate an equity value of 282.36. The map is on there, and then sales of condos as well on Fulton Beach. Similar in size and age, indicating at 184,847. And again, the maps on the map where those are located. All condos in Fulton Beach, but they are in a different, same neighborhood according to the district, but a different area.
Your value was what?
184,847 on market and 282.36 on equity. And that's all I have.
Okay,
The only rebuttal that I have is that that our comps are Bay House and their comps are Racket Club.
Okay.
That's the difference.
and this condominium is 100% complete for 2021. Am I seeing that correctly?
That's correct. That's to our knowledge.
On January 1st.
Yes. Let's see what floor this is. So this is in building 1 and building 1 and building 9. Building 1 is on, if you're standing on Fulton Beach Road, building 1 is all the way to the right. And then building 9 is all the way to the left, and they work like this towards the middle. Whereas Keel Lake,
So building one. is
am I right
the
about
launching
that?
ramp.
Building 1's all the way on the right? Do you
Yeah,
know?
building 9, one of the end buildings has garage under or parking under.
Yeah, it's not this one.
Not this one.
No. No, but they
There's
work
two-
towards the
there's two
middle.
buildings that have parking under.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
but building,
2 and 3, I think. have-
I think. we're right. So I'm looking to see what
They
we
did.
did last. We already did one of those.
yeah, we did one this morning.
That was the first account that the board handled this morning was.
213,450. It was building
The
3.
same side, the same side. Yeah, it's on page one, it's the right page. one it is. We ended up at 213, 413 somehow.
We've historically knocked about 50,000 off for whatever the proper term, loss of rights or
Because of loss
loss,
of rights.
yeah,
These are rights, yeah, bundle of rights.
bundle of rights.
Are these two the same size? Or do we just want to take the same percent?
Was that?
I was looking to see if they were the same size, or do we just want to take the same percentage off? Is that what we did the first one?
We've been taking about 50,000 off.
Yeah.
For bundle of rights. 218,900. Pretty good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Taking 50%,
50,000
50,000.
off.
2,000 off 284.
Just put 218.
Okay.
Jack,
Two 218,900.
218.
Yeah. 50,000 off the total, the 269 or 268,900. So I move on case ID 2021-1229, account 46563. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value, and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, that we reduce the 2021 value from 268,900 to 218,900.
Am I on the wrong one? Which one are we on?
12099.
12099.
Am I wrong that the current
Oh,
value
hang on,
is
hang on.
284?
No, sorry. My mistake. I'm on the wrong one.
Sorry, I was just like,
Yes,
wait a minute.
no, then that number is not correct. So hang on a second. Would be
So let's touch on this again.
234.
District's opinion was 279,
279.
not 284. The district's opinion was
So
279,
take the 50%, take the 50,000 off the 279.
279.
Okay.
Where do you see
That's on
271?
the-
That was our.
That was their sales.
Sales rate.
Oh,
So that would bring it back to 229,410.
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Opening case 2021-2156, account 15970.
Oh, we're gonna be in Pocono Cove.
Wow.
2156. Top of page 7.
So we are Pocono Cove. And we're way down Pocono Cove Road, by the way, like getting close to the, we made the last turn. Is Pocono Cove Road getting close to the end. Another block. We have a value of 450, class 4 home, 1,900 square feet. So let's see here. Comp number 1 sold for 584, class 5 home, 1,500 square feet. So it's a little bit smaller, a little bit older, better class. Comp number 2 sold for 516, better class, a little bit smaller, basically the same age. Comp number 3, 441, better class, a little bit larger, same age. Comp number 4, better class by 2, newer, and basically the same size. Getting a value of 466. If we were to throw out comp 4 based on the class difference, then the median value would be, the median value would go up. So it's the lowest comparable, so it's 466. Oh, there's one more cell, sorry. Comp number 5, class 5 home, smaller, about the same age. Again, 466. I didn't realize it was that. All right, equity grid. We have class 4, about the same size, about the same age. The first comp's a little bit older. comps 3 and 4 and 5 are class 4 homes. Comp number 5 is quite a bit bigger. All of these comps are larger. Rendering a value of 465. So we stuck with the class 4. We stayed in Copano Cove, but apparently that forced us to comp some larger homes here. So in our equity grid, the first 2 comps are the best 2 comps from a size, class, and age standpoint. And then the last 3 comps are larger, with comp number 4 being close to okay. 465 is our number there. That's it.
All right. Well, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Okay. On this one, again, we're dealing with unverified sales. On ours, the sales are to the back that we used. They're same quality and a little bit higher quality. Comp A is both of them are a little bit larger. The third one is a little similar in size, indicating a value of 348, 838. The map is on the back of where those properties are. On the equity side of it, all same quality or same class of homes, I'm sorry, similar in size, indicating a 420, 523. And again, the map is attached to where those properties that we used for equity are. So the equity value is coming at 420, 523 and market at 348, 038.
Ray, you have 2 minutes for cross and 2 minutes for rebuttal.
My rebuttal is that the equity grid at 348 and the sales grid at 420 or whatever it was, something like that. Those are too far apart for me to really know what to do with.
Excellent.
I'm
That's
stretching.
all I got. No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. All right, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal if you need it.
I don't have anything.
Okay, go to closing. Anything for you, Ray?
No, sir.
All right, Charlotte, anything for closing?
No, sir.
Okay.
Is there any reason to look at end of canal?
Sure, yeah, for sure. See if there's anything in that account, Jackie. It doesn't look like there is.
What account, this one?
Yes, 15970. Nice big lot.
It's a big lot, but it's a weird waterfront. It's just weird.
You wanna see where it's at? Is that what you want?
No, we can see from the picto. We're just curious, is there anything in the property card that,
For it being on that end of canal.
Oh, sorry, I was
So the
waterfront, there's no kind of land adjustment or anything.
okay,
Let me go into notes.
Is an end of canal.
It is the end of the canal.
And it's, these things silt in so bad at the ends. And they, Copano Cove doesn't do anything for dredging. Zero. So
Talk to that homeowner.
probably hadn't been, it's probably a beach.
I think we should take something off for being the end of the canal and might bring it down to her number of 425.
I would get closer.
Hmm?
I would get it closer. I guess, I don't know.
10%?
yeah, just do like an end of canal 90 or something, Jackie, or just stick a number in there and see if it sticks.
Nice concrete work for the house. Got its own boat launch.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right here, these right here, there's a boat launch
Oh,
right there.
I see. Yeah.
It's interesting too, like for that boat launch, if you're stressed out about backing your boat, that's a long ways to back. Right there. If it's stressful for you to back a boat,
It takes it to 434.60.
434.
434,060.
$60. Okay. Go to that, Charlie?
Yes.
Okay.
Me too.
Bill? Yeah. Okay. I move on case ID 2021-2156, account 15970, when considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, that we lower the 2021 assessed value from $450,900 to $434,060.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed. Opening case 2021-2157, account 17021.
hey, we are gonna be in Pocono Ridge. 600 block Pocono Ridge Road. This is way towards the end also.
I'm sorry, which academy?
We are on 17021. So now we're gonna look at some comps. Market value on this house is 248. It's a little bit low. That's the value. Class 5, they're just, yeah, okay. Comp number 1 sold for 285 in June of 20. That's on Scallop. That's basically right next door. Scallop and Oyster and something else, they're roads that are perpendicular to Pocono Ridge at the end. Comp number 2, Ridge Harbor, sold for 300,000. It's a little bit bigger, about this little less class, but newer. And comp number 3, sold for 370. This is a newer home. Way newer home. Class 5, same class, but way newer. There's almost $40,000 in effective age difference. We have a median value of 263, a market value of 248. Like I said, the 248 sounds low. Median value is 250, market value for equity, median equity value is 250, and we're comping a 5 to a 3, a 5 to that 7180 class. There's some homes on Pocono Ridge that are that have a different kind of class schedule from ancient days. The important thing here is the living area and the effective year are comparable. Comp number 3, what kind of adjustment is made for that class? And that class is pretty comparable. You can see it's only $7,000 to adjust. All right, comp number, there's gonna be 2 more of those comps in here. It's because they match up on living area and age real well, so they're falling into that grid. Value, what do we have for 250 on a 248? That's all I have.
This has all kinds of complications with it. It's on the end of a canal, and it's on the canal rather than on the bay. Do we have any idea where the comps are without, or do we have to go looking?
I don't know about, like, I know that, okay, in the equity grid, I know that comp 2, comp 3, and comp 4 are on the bay. The subject, like you said, is not on the bay, it's on the canal. I don't know about comp 1, and then on the sales stuff, let me see. So Scallop is on a canal, and that's the only one that I know about. And I'm not sure about the other ones.
The scallop is on a canal.
Yes,
Do we know if it's an end?
I don't know.
16999.
Here.
It's on the canal, not an end.
I'm close to it. Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Not an end. 16889. Canal.
Joe,
15664. Dry. No, yeah, dry.
So what did we say 15664 is not on water?
No, it's a dry line.
What's the address?
What? Oh, 60 Copenhagen Road.
So it's on the beginning coming in right there. It's where, that means it's gotta be where Compano Ridge Road and dead ends, they run parallel to each other. It's gotta be one of those homes right there. That's the dry spot of bridge.
Right.
Dry spot of bridge, unless
They're
you're,
new, they're filling new homes too.
they're rebuilding there, yeah.
Okay. So even with the dry lot thrown in, they still meet the sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 250 is, you're getting to a price point issue. You know, you're on the water for 250, people will almost buy anything to get on the water
Right.
at that point.
Okay.
Okay, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Okay, and we just have equity. One is the property is right, looks like it's right next door. You know, similar age, it is a lower quality home. The second comp, up there on Copano Ridge, we're adjusting because it is lower quality. And then the third one, up on Copano Ridge, is similar quality to our subject. A little bit bigger, and adjusting for those differences, our equity is coming in at 207,047. And on the very back page is where the comps are actually located in relation to my subject. And that's all that I have.
In rebuttal, all I would say to the equity portion of that is that if you, the subject is a class 5 home. Of the 3 comps, if you look at the one that is a class 5, the value comes out to 242. It's the other 2 class 3 homes that are pulling that down. I think we're like at 248 or something like that.
248.
Yeah, so that's all I have.
Okay.
17021. Does 17021 have any adjustments for Andy Canal? Okay, there's no adjustments for Andy Canal.
So-
It is.
In my closing, I'd like to say something to the board. It's been a long year for all of us. We still got days ahead of us. I want y'all to know that things like end of canal and cul-de-sac and stuff like that, in the appraisal world, those aren't like coupons. You don't get one just because you're there. What their purpose is because is if the value of the land is too much, then you have a tool to pull it back down. Because everything around it is riding at a certain value. So you could have a diminished issue and it's necessary to pull it down because your value is getting away from you. I just want to just let y'all know that, like, every end of canal in the county doesn't have to have an end of canal adjustment. It's not like a thing that you have to have. It has more to do with a tool to get the market value down if it's necessary, and to do it uniformly.
Because some end of canals are way worse than others.
They're way worse than others. That is the exact reality. Like, for example, like in City by the Sea, some of their end of canals, because their canals are so narrow, they're terrible.
Well, they get all the crap.
They get all that crap that comes in, and it's really bad.
This one's not.
There's even some parts of Keel Negro where you're in the canal, it's really bad, really bad.
Fish kill.
Yeah, yeah.
Bill, give that a tug and you can see what it is relative to the canal.
I don't know that I consider that.
You
It's
would?
not, it's a very short canal as far as that's wide. You know, some of the end of canals are just, you know, there you are. It's just got a nice turn area.
If I owned a boat, I'd hate it.
Huh?
If I owned a boat, I'd hate it.
It's narrow.
It's narrow.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Yeah,
first
no
part
waterfront.
is narrow.
it has
First
two
narrow
issues.
waterfront.
Yeah, it has two issues. It's an end of canal, and it's narrow, it's pie shaped in the wrong direction.
Right.
Yeah,
I
well, you're
agree.
right
I
about that.
wholeheartedly agree with that.
So I think we should make an adjustment for that. Got it, I don't know, but it's a short canal. Usually we've done them on the longer canals that have more stuff, you know.
This value seems reasonable to me as is. The district's made their case. It's not $1 million home.
Yeah, right. It's $110,000.
I think it's fine the way it is, so.
I'd like to see
I do
some,
too.
I'd like to see something for the fact that it's a pie shaped in the wrong direction, if nothing else. I mean,
It's still got a, it's got a dock. It's got room for the boat there. But getting it in there's a problem. It's not that long a canal, because there's the water. And
Yeah,
there's
it's
a canal
just
right over
stubby.
here. It's just a little. I don't know. I think it's fine the way it is.
I'm prejudiced with pie-shaped lots.
Yeah, I know, because you have them. Why is that a detriment to that particular house? That has more waterfront than you. I'm not comparing it to yours, but it has a bigger waterfront area than, with the ability to have a dock or yours. didn't, so that comparison.
I don't think you could get a lift in there, though.
No.
What would you propose, Charlie? 10%?
Yeah. And if you take it, take it as an end of canal, 10% or, yeah, I don't know, you got.
I don't know why I need my screen.
What?
It's all we have. I mean, you can do that. Or
Or
you can
just-
do,
I think take an end of canal, 10%.
so they're talking about in the canal grade. Do you want to leave that in there as an adjustment or just give them the number?
Just give them that.
So just change it and then change it back.
Yeah.
What you missed was the discussion of the fact that it's a pie-shaped lot in the wrong direction as well as being.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's okay, that's okay.
The
That-
10%.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll be okay.
So,
I'll give you a number. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I'm gonna stick it in the account.
So when y'all had already moved on to that.
We're done. Is there an email that we can send that anyway to?
It's not bad.
No, there's a lot of screens you have to go through. And then, do you have to press? Unfortunately. Okay,
One,
so I
actually
have
Okay.
236,980.
Forwarding.
Which one did you have?
36,
The 8819
Mhm.
That's not too bad. That's good. 236,980.
That's all.
Yeah, that's a copy for y'all.
yeah, go for that.
Does that fix 88,199? Is that what you?
88199963. That's
it.
this is the AOA and it is signed.
So we're good on that.
We're good on 88199963.
The thing we've already heard.
We
No.
have not heard it, but,
Okay.
but they're gonna email hopefully the other.
Yeah, I just forwarded it to you.
So we should be good to go.
Okay.
What was the final value on the
Two
172?
36,9.
We need to make a motion now.
So on case ID 2021-2157, account 17021, when considering both Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 equity value, I move that we lower the 2021 appraisal from 248,930 to 236,908.
In favor?
Aye.
It's closed. Opening case 2021-2167, account 24223.
We are in a new area. The street may not be familiar to you. It's Royal Avenue. That is in the Hotel Reserve area. Think Poor Man's Country Club.
Oh,
Okay.
Right
was that
behind,
it?
right behind there,
Oh,
right in that general area, behind there. And
ABC one and two.
yeah, and drifting towards Alejandro Street, that there's a kind of an old part of town. What we have here, we have some sales. We're dealing with a 3,100 square feet, class 5 home. Pretty big house. Comp number 1. Sold for $237,500 in February of 20. It's a class 4 home, 2,000 square feet. It's also in Hotel Reserve. Comp number 2 is in Hotel Reserve. Sold in January of 2021 for $229,000. It's a class 4 home and it's 1,100 square feet. Number 3 is in Old Rockport. Old Rockport and Hotel Reserve buffer each other. It's on Austin Street. So it's a class 5 home, sold for $299,000 and has a newer effective age and is about half the size. Number 4 sold on Magnolia, August of 20, $246,000, class 5 home. Again, 1,200 square feet as compared to 3,100 square feet. The indicated median value is $345,000. We have $313,000. And now we're gonna comp, hopefully mostly Hotel Reserve. All Hotel Reserve, class 5s. Some of them are gonna be newer, but they're all gonna be considerably smaller, except for the comp number 1. Comp number 1 is a class 4 home. Has about a 20-year difference in effective age. And then comp number 2 is pretty close in size, pretty close in effective age. And is probably the best comp. It's on Cherry Street. So we have a median value of $342,000. We have a market value of $313,000. That's it.
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Again, I presented the equity, the map is in the back of where the properties are located. My subject at 1608 Royal Lane, our comps are in Royal Lane and Ruby Street, same neighborhood, the hotel neighborhood, similar class and size. And we're indicating a value of $212,405. And again, the maps on the back of which comps we used to track. And that's all.
So in rebuttal, in their uniform and equity grid, Again, it's calculating off of bill date, non-effective age. Comp B doesn't have a class, maybe? I don't see the class for Comp B. Comp A is 3. What are we? Where is she? 4 or 5, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just nitpicking here because the difference, is $100,000 or so, or maybe more.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree that it needs to be 200.
212, yeah, I understand. I'm just trying to figure out if I can help point anywhere.
You're a class 5.
3,000 square foot house.
Yeah. All right, that's all I have.
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal if you need it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, of course, I think it's too high. I don't think it, 212 is necessarily, that it necessarily needs to be that low.
Okay. You think we're closing, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Charlotte, anything? You?
No, sir.
Okay. So the district's made their case here. Both equity and sales.
This is right behind where the house was moved. Showed up. They moved an old house. And relocated it to Fulton to a lot. There was a house that was sitting on
A long
35.
time ago. Wasn't it a while ago?
Yeah. But this house sits right behind that, back in the trees. It's a block off 35. Or not even a block. It's a lot off 35.
I'm not seeing any reason to change anything here.
No.
No.
Okay. So on case ID 2021-2167, account 24223, when considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 equity value, I move that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $313,950.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed.
Yeah, for a second. Great.
Not sure how they're gonna wanna handle this, but
What?
you just wanna sign that one, it wasn't on the
Oh, I
list.
was like, what?
Oh,
I'm not talking to
I was like,
you.
what? I don't care.
Do you want chicken fillet?
I don't know, what do you want? Okay, so we can go somewhere. I just have to get
I know.
home and get my workout clothes.
I know, right?
Yeah, and I'm just, I'm using the number that you got from. Yeah, 10, 9, I will say. Thank you. See, I can't see that. No issue. Walk out the door with your issues.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
It has cold.
It wasn't included. It wasn't on that.
You a bad boy?
I'm a bad boy.
Charlotte, you need water right
I'm
now?
good, I'm good.
Sure. Okay.
Charlotte, by my count, we have 10 left, right?
I have 7 or 8. I may be on with you. But okay,
Well, I skipped ahead and did those McBee ones.
okay,
My question is, do you want to just continue on, even though it may come to lunchtime?
I'm fine to continue.
Okay,
We may not even need till lunchtime, as fast as we're
I
going.
was gonna say, for an hour, y'all might have it.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm fine.
all right. Everybody's good with that?
I'm happy.
All right. Now,
I'm happy.
I was a bad boy.
What?
Jackie, can you look up,
We did an account.
PID 46563? Just double check, I think I've already done.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we did. It was a McBee.
Okay.
Okay. For the record,
I'm serious.
2021-1229. Count 46563. was not in the list of accounts that we swore in for.
What page is it?
So
Oh, you have to swear in for that now.
we're going to swear in for that now. We've already done the account. We're just going to swear in for that account. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 4166F. And this refers to case number 2021-1229, account 46563, which has already been heard.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F, and this pertains to case ID 2021-1229, account 46563.
Give me that number again. 21.
1229.
It's on there.
Yes, it's on here.
Yeah, it's up in the upper right-hand corner.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in relation to tax code section 41.66F. And this relates to case number 2021-1229.
I, Bill Duck, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code 4166F related to case 1229.
I request that you solemnly swear from the testimony shall present to the appraiser of the board for the Rancho County President is true and correct for case 1229.
Do solemnly swear from the testimony I shall present to the appraiser review order of the appraisal. Aransas appraisal district is true and correct. Charlotte Steve. Thank you.
Beth, let us know.
All right,
when you-
you are good.
Beth, let us know when you get the email with the AOA.
Yes, yeah, I've been checking and I'll keep checking.
Oh, if that's as bad as I do.
So
What's your collar stick?
mistake you make all day, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, I guess. Okay. Opening case number 2021-2170, account 24725.
Back in Keel Lake, we're on Nassau, the dry part of Nassau. And 36 Nassau Drive, let's see what we got here. Keel Lake Drive, class 4 home, 1,700 square feet, 1994 effective age. Comp number 1, sold for 318, class 5 home, about the same size, and it's newer, comes out to 280. So comp number 2 is a class 5 home. It is larger and newer, goes from 370, comes down to 309. And comp number 3 is a class 4 home. It's a little bit smaller and a little bit newer. Comes out to 238. Just so that you guys know, that's a consideration number, meaning that's the loan amount, 259. What do we have there? 280 is the median value. We have a market value of 270. Median equity value is 272, and that's comping class 4s that are, one's larger, one's smaller, both are newer. Class 4s, one's larger, one's smaller, one's newer, and one's about the same age. Gives us a value of 272. All of those comps are Keel Lake Road Drive. So we would say that our 270 holds up.
Okay. Okay, Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and then 5 minutes for your presentation.
Okay. Again, ours is equity. The map on the very back page is where our columns are. These are on Keel Lake Drive as well. My subject is 1984. The equity we use is 75 and 83. Very similar in square footage. same class, so very similar qualities. The only, like I said, the big difference is the age. On that one is 75, which is older than my subject. The other one is 1 year difference is all. And our equity's coming in at 262, 543.
The district agrees with 262.
Okay. 262, 540. All right, let me make a motion then on case ID 2021-2170, account 24725, and considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value. Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, the equity value. I move that we lower the 2021 assessed value from 270,410 down to 262,540.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if you're following along, the next page 9, we've already done. The property.
The 3 o'clock docket now?
And
Yes.
yes, we're in the 3 o'clock process. And we are opening a hearing on 2021-2151. Account 14035.
All right, we're gonna travel out to Lamar on a road called Cinnamon Oak. Let's see where Cinnamon Oak is. Bodark. So if you went into Lamar, heading towards the entrance to the park, Bodark is on the left-hand side before you get to the entrance, and Cinnamon Oak is just a little ways down Bodark. Let's see here. We got comp number 1 is on Bodark. Class 4 home, 1,200 square feet, sold for 130. Comp number 2 is a class 4 home, 1,300 square feet, sold for 144. The subject is a class 3 home that's 1,400 square feet with a market value of 110. Comp number 3 is a Stage Drive. This is a consideration. This is the loan amount. Sold for 110. It's a class 3 home, a little bit larger, and it's a single story. Comes out to 95. Median value is 123. We have a market value of 110. So, staying in Lamar, we have a class 3. We have 2 class 3s, about the same size, about the same age. The next one here are class 3s, again, about the same size, about the same age. Equity is 116 and we're at 110. That's it.
Okay. Charlie, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination and then 5 minutes for your presentation.
On this one, the value went from 72,000 to 110,000, so about a 50% increase. It did have an ARB decision last year that represented that $72,000 value that was on there. Again, it's equity. The back page shows my subject and where the comps are that we used. My subject being a 1974 class 3. The comps 1972 class 3, 1981 class 3. I'm sorry, that was skipped to 1972 class 3, the 69 class 3, and 84 class 3. So the year is really a little bit of difference, but same class. Some of them are larger and some of them are a little bit smaller, and it's indicating a value of 99,847. And that's all that I have.
Anything else?
Okay. Anything else for you, Charlotte? Okay.
was the 72,000 impact a
That was an
Farm
ARB
decision.
decision, but doesn't that stand
There was
effective
a-
2 years?
question mark?
Not in our opinion, it doesn't. We move to market value unless there's a really good reason to stay.
Are there any notes as to why the
Yeah, I was asking a
decision was
question.
made then?
What was the ARB
Yeah,
decision?
sure. See if there's anything there, Jackie.
Maybe it was repair.
See if it was an ARB decision, make sure that it wasn't a settlement. Sometimes they show up as the same thing.
It was an ARB decision.
Okay.
Let me look and see. Show notes.
Okay.
Let me look at the property in twenty
See
twenty.
if, hey, Jackie, see if there's taxpayer evidence. There's something in there, you know, like it says
Hurricane damage.
something, yeah.
Something.
Condition issues, large improvement, percent increase. Let's see. Looks like they still had some damage. It just wasn't they're in the middle of remodeling. I mean, it's, you can see. It wasn't, that was what the evidence last year. It just wasn't finished.
Cool. Assume it's finished now.
So it's finished. Not a big, not a huge.
Charlotte, do you know if it's finished?
I don't have anything indicating that it's not.
Okay.
Source, I don't have either way.
Say leave it as it is.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Without any other evidence.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on case ID 2021-2151, account number 14035. That we maintain when considering incorrect appraised market value Q1 and Q2 equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at 110,370.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Give me a high sign or something, will you?
I was waiting, I was just sitting here
I
waiting.
wasn't looking.
Opening hearing in 2021-2168, account 24250.
You know, this is a land account. It's just right over here. It's, you know, the storage thing that's on the corner right here. That looks like a little castle.
Fortress.
Fortress storage. This is
Oh, yeah.
behind Fortress storage.
Okay.
And it's on a not very well-known road
I never heard of it.
called Hunter's Alley. There's a reason that you haven't. But if you're familiar with Rockport Automotive or whatever, that's just right here by that, what used to be a gas station. Hunter's Alley is that road that's behind that gas station. Oh, what used to be a gas station. It's very short little road. All right. So this is about 3/4 of an acre. We raise the land value in this area. We raise the land value from Pearl Street all the way to, from Pearl Street right here, all the way to Northern Feet. All the land value in that whole area. Buffering Market and Linden.
Is this a paved road, Hunter's Alley? Is that?
You can,
It's paved, yes. Right at the end, it may not be, but
It's like, it looks like it's dirt.
yeah, it looks like it may go from paved to dirt at the end.
Wow.
That's possible there.
Mine
It
sure looks
does.
like it's all dirt.
No, it's paved. It's gonna be paved almost to the end, and then at the end where there's a little cul-de-sac looking thing, that's dirt.
Looks like it's paved up to right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's that weird little,
You see it?
Yeah.
where's that weird little, there's like a weird little
Got it?
jog when you turn off back in here somewhere.
It's just to the left. What direction is that? That's
East, I guess.
Yeah.
Sort of.
kind of east.
Kinda
There's a very
east.
weird jog in the road, yeah.
You don't know exactly if
It's like
somebody's gonna
a
be coming.
wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
really is. I know.
It's very bad.
No,
The
it's
sales
okay.
in the area are gonna be fairly strong for this area especially. But here we go. So a third of an acre sold for 70, and then a third of an acre sold for 47. Subject property is 3/4 of an acre. Then a third of an acre sold for 62. Giving a weighted value of 364 a square foot, and we're at 360 a square foot. Let me see if we have a not paved or anything on here. We're adjusting this by 90% for something. I mean, we're 90% good. We're taking 10% of the value out. I'm not sure why. That shouldn't be not paved. Not paved would be 75%. Okay, so equity wise, we're gonna say 122,580, and we're just gonna look around the neighborhood here and say, are we close in value? So the equity grade's just kind of okay. That it's kind of hard to read, but basically there's a 22,000 square foot lot valued at 90,000, and we have a 34,000 square foot lot at 122,000, and then there's a 32,000 square foot lot at 106. The land tables in here are pretty streamlined. That's all I have.
Yes, more time.
Yeah, he's got.
I'm done, though. I'm
Minute
done.
and a half.
You can,
No, I want to use some of your time.
sure.
The question of whether it's paved or not paved, it looks to me as though the pavement ends short of this lot.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think Mr. Shield is his name. And I can't remember exactly, but he owns something else here. And I don't know, Charlie, if it might be one of these lots that's connected to Cornwall. This isn't the only thing he owns in this area, but I don't remember. Anyways, I just don't remember.
But shouldn't this be tagged as not
It could be,
paved?
yeah, it definitely could fall into that, because of that corner is not paved.
It's
Yeah.
not paved.
Yes, that wouldn't be a problem. I would just want to know why the 90 is in there before I put a 90 and a 75 together. Because they're multiplicative,
Yeah,
so I just want to know, if hopefully we have a note why the 90's there. Because it might need to be there for all I know. But yeah.
90% for what areas?
I was gonna say,
Okay.
it looks like it would fly.
That's been there since 14.
So in that case, you would say the 90 gets to stay, because wet and not paved are two different
or
things.
two different things.
Yes, sir.
All right,
That's correct.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, Charlotte, you get 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
And I don't have anything.
Okay.
In that case, show us what
Where you want me to stick it in there?
Sure,
permanently?
sure, that's fine.
unpaved. Writing nasty messages to me.
No, just tell her it'll probably be late.
Did we decide to push through?
Yeah,
91,940.
You okay with that?
91,000,
I like that number better. Anyways, that sounds better.
91,000 what?
940.
122.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I move then on case ID 2021-2168. Account number 24250. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, that we reduce the 2021 assessed value from 122,580 down to 91,940.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, case closed, opening case 2194, account 26782.
We are gonna be on South Live Oak Street. This is the South Rockport neighborhood. So this is south of Market. And it's gonna be, it's the church, Live Oak, Magnolia, Austin, Water Street. It's that area. And we're on the 1500 block of South Live Oak. So let's see what we got here. So 1522 South Live Oak, class 5, 1100 square feet, 92. So, comp number 1 is also on the 1500 block of South Live Oak, sold for 255. Class 5, about the same size, has newer effective age, comes out at 235. Comp 2, Magnolia Street, class 4 home, a little bit larger, a little bit newer, sold for 240. Weird house. So comes out to 213. Comp number 3, sold for 227. It's a class 5 home. It's a little bit smaller. And it's newer. Comes out at 208. Okay, this is the last one. This is Church Street. It's a 3VS. 1,400 square feet. I don't know why that's in the grid, guys. It comes out at 227. All right, we have leaves us a median value of 220. Median equity value is 213 on a market value of 211, and that's comping a class 5, class 3, and a class 4. Let's see if we're at least close on the square footage and the age. Yes. So square footage and age is good. Class is a little, gives a median value of 213. On a side note, this house would sell for way more than 211 in South Rockport. That's my opinion. But that's it.
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and then 5 minutes for your presentation.
Our only rebuttal is on the sales is that they're unverified. And our evidence that we presented, the first is for equity, indicating a value of 189,279. The neighborhoods are listed, all is in the same neighborhood. I subject to 5S. Some of these are 5S's and some are 4s, so upper and lower. And adjusting for size, indicated an equity value of 189,279. The map of the equity is next. And then on the market, so some are higher, some are lower class homes, similar in size, indicating a value of 164,099. It does look like they have made an adjustments because they're not in the exact same neighborhood. And the map for the sales is attached to the back, and that's all that I have.
So in rebuttal, on the sales grid, Crescent is Harbor Oaks, Henderson is Country Club, Griffith is Peninsula Oaks, Egret is West Terrace, and Orleans Street is Old Rockport. But the equity grid is definitely South Live Oak. Biggest difference here, I believe, is the calculation off of bill date as opposed to effective age. So there's a ton of depreciation being accounted for, and that's the reason that there's such a drastic difference.
Okay. Because this house the subject is older.
Yeah, and the comps were also old. It's just dealing with lower numbers.
Okay.
I mean, if you have a class 3 home and it's built in the 70s, it's going to have a lot of depreciation in it.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal if you need it.
I don't have it.
Okay. Anything for closing,
No,
right?
sir. No, we're good.
Okay. Seem to me the
As Mary said, this house was selling.
yeah. Yeah, district seems to have made their case here in both sales and equity.
Yeah.
Good with that, Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay. So I move on case ID 2021-2194, account 26782. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal or the equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $211,570.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed. Opening case 2021-2199, account 32678, okay? Okay.
Okay,
Not too far ahead.
You're good.
Gonna be behind us again here. In this neighborhood right behind us, North End. And I believe this is,
Yes.
this house is in the wrong place at the wrong time. So this house is in the area where the 1,000 square foot homes that are shotgun style homes have been selling for 200,000. So this thing received a significant increase, probably over 80%.
Good Lord. I sure did.
So I'm just putting that out there. Big increase. Similar to those other homes in that it's actually very small. It's 1,044 square feet. The homes that are selling over there are like 980.
It's a 4FB that's similar to those new
It
homes.
is, yes.
What are they selling for?
Right around 200,000.
Yeah, there's one right next to come through.
Yeah, it's, yes, comp 2 is one of them. Well, for that matter, comp 1 is one of them. So you'll see it's a 900 square foot home. Comp 2 is a 900 square foot home. They both sold for over $200,000. Comp 3 is a 800 square foot home, sold for something less than 200,000. We think it was around 197, 195. It's all the same thing. These homes are, I don't know what to tell you. That's just what the numbers say. So we have a median value of 225. We know there's one at 228, saying we're $3,000 high. Equity is us classing, what is that, a 4, and a 4. All of them are small. Median equity value is 229. So district opinion is 225.
Okay. So Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Yeah, this one was like an 80% increase. On the market. If you look at your evidence, the sales and through the map are kind of grouped there. They are in different neighborhoods, but in that same vicinity, similar in size. As our subject, we do adjust for the distance, for those that are in different distance, built about the same time. Actually, one of them was built in 1989. Sales is indicating 156,009. On the equity, again, the map is there, which comp set we used for the equity. Different neighborhoods, but not that far away. Some of these are a little bit older, but similar in size, indicating a value of 155,654. So around the 155 mark between the sales and the equity is what we're presenting with evidence. And that's all that I have.
Okay.
In rebuttal on the sales grid, we would want those, we would prefer that the homes in our grid be considered with these comps since they're so close. They're they're literally 100 to 150 yards away. They're all in the exact same spot. But that's really the only issue I have with that, and I don't have an issue with the equity grid. The equity grid would look different. It just doesn't have our neighborhood adjustment in it. So if you had our neighborhood adjustment in here, that 155 would just go straight up. It would be like 85%. So that's it.
On the sales grid, would you consider comp 3 the closest? It has the smallest net adjustment, 800 square feet.
Comp 3, the one on Market.
Moline.
Moline
Am I looking on the wrong grid?
must be.
Oh, on my grid or on their grid?
Your grid.
Sorry. I'm definitely looking at the wrong one. Let me take a look and see real quick.
I'm just curious. It looks to be the most, it has the least, the smallest net adjustment.
Yeah, and the reason for that is, to answer your question, the reason that it looks the best is because it's the one that they paid the smallest amount for. So the adjustment is less because there's the potential here that people paid a lot of money for these homes. So the lower that someone will pay, the less that's having to be adjusted. But they all are just pretty close and comparable.
Yeah, that one's 200 square feet more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's adjusted to get to 214.
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah.
What do you think, Charlie?
I'm thinking 214.
I kind of have to agree with you. I think 225 is just a
Fine
little,
with that.
just a little high.
Fine with that number.
You okay with
Whatever you
that?
guys- Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I don't, it's crazy. It's crazy what it is, so.
Because it's just this small section in there.
It's what happens when an
that's
area
being changed.
revitalizes.
Yeah.
It happens in chunks, not all at once.
Yeah.
So if you're on the board for a while, over the next 10 years, we're gonna be hearing cases from right back here. It's gonna take some time.
Okay, I'm good with that number. All right.
14.
214.
So I move on case ID 2021-2199, count number 32678. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, the equity value. I move that we lower the 2021 assessed value from $228,220 down to $214,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Case closed. Okay, opening case 2021-2201, account 33093.
We are on North Dowdy, so we're still back here behind us, but a little bit further to the east. West, sorry, that way. We have a sale on North Dowdy for 83,000. Sold 3SS for 900 square feet. We're comparing it to a 3SS that's 1,000 square feet. About the same amount of land. We have another sale on West Orleans for 191. It's a 3SS, 500 square feet bigger. We have two more sales to look at, both class 3s. One's about the same size, one's larger. We have a median value of 110, market value of 85. Equity gives a median value of 89 with a market value of 85, and that's comparing a class 3, and a class 3, all similar in size and similar in age. So we think our number's okay.
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination and 5 minutes for your presentation.
On this one, our equity is, all these properties that we used in our equity are in the same neighborhood. They're all class threes, similar size, square footage. Just very similar in age, a few years difference between 65 and 70. And our, excuse me, our equity is coming in at 81,486. Again, we feel these are very comparable homes in the same neighborhood. That's all I have.
The district doesn't have a disagreement over 85 or 81.
I like 81 better. 81. 4.
81-4. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, I'll move on. Case ID 2021-2201, account number 33093. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal, I move that we lower the 2021 assessed value from 85,340 down to 81,400.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just,
I like your
no, I said that.
Yeah,
Opening case 2021-2213, account 60510.
Hey, this is on Dallas Street. The easiest way to think about Dallas Street is it runs perpendicular to Corpus Christi Street. It's getting close to the bypass. When you get close to the bypass, there's Dallas, Fort Worth, and something else, San Antonio, and then Monkey.
Let's say Monkey's in there somewhere.
Yeah, so it kind of goes the other way. It's Monkey and then these three roads. We raise the land value over here. Let's look at a few of these cells. We have a cell for about the same size lot, 500 square feet difference, sold for 24,000. We have another cell for the exact amount of land, sold for 25. Three, we have a little bit smaller, sold for 30. Comp number 4, same size, sold for 35. We have a value of 31,220. We're valuing it at 29,000. Oh goodness, there's another one. That's okay. We've covered it. Equity, again, these are all on the same land table. Let's just kind of repeat our number. 29,000 or so. That's it.
Okay. Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for cross-examination and 5 minutes for your presentation.
based on the district's evidence, we don't have anything.
Okay. Any other rebuttal or cross? Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay.
250.
Is it possible? What's the one adjacent to it? I can't read on my screen.
This one?
The one
No.
next door with the house.
Yeah,
60509.
yeah. See if they're the same owner.
It's Velma.
It's what?
Velma
No.
Lozano,
Really?
Oh,
not the same owner, but
Reyes Lozano.
not the same owner, but the same last name.
Jackie, see if they have the same mailing address. What's Velma's mailing
Yeah,
address?
they do. 410 Nash Street.
No, her address is 914 Romero, San Antonio, and his is 410 Nash.
They're different. Okay.
okay.
Right,
That's
right.
the question.
Yeah,
That would have been a good
Here,
catch,
that's what I'm
Charlie.
saying.
Would it belong to the other side? Possibly. 27346.
Rolando Morales.
Yeah. The reason I went that way was because there are two double lots next to,
Mhm.
and I thought maybe this was a double.
Yeah, could combine them.
Well,
Yeah.
27352 could also be theirs because it backs up to it. And that would give you egress from Dallas Street all the way through to San Antonio.
Try two
Fort
seven.
Worth Street.
What is it? What is the one?
27352.
27352.
Charles Cock.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right.
Fast forward.
So, 79250, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge jump, but
Well,
districts
market
made their
invest-
case
Market
here.
investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I move on case ID 2021-2213, account number 60510. When considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value and Q2 appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal or equity value. And we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $29,250. Right.
Okay, Charlotte, I have one more, the 88199963.
Yes. Just so that you guys know, the 24950 that we did earlier that had a questionable AOA, that's been done. So when
Okay,
you have the AOA, we're done with that again.
All right.
and we have the AOA for 88199963,
That is
right?
correct.
So we're good.
That's on the 10 o'clock doc.
And Charlotte, did you show that as the only one left to be done?
Yes.
We agree.
Yes. We're doing great.
Hot negative.
Not even
Taking care of stuff.
Great when a plan comes together.
Yes.
Scary. Okay, so we're opening a hearing on 2021-2219, account 88199963.
Okay, get your minds right. We're gonna talk about condos and the reserve.
Okay.
And they're
Couldn't be
very
any harder.
expensive. So
Very expensive.
for a condo.
Very expensive.
Yes.
One of my prior comments, it's been amended right there.
So here we go. So the subject has a market value of 583. Top number one is the subject. Sold in December of 2020 for 585. Top number two, unit 601, this is next door. Well, yeah, this is next door. Sold for $704,000 in, what is that, March of 21. Comp number three. This is not in the same building, it's in building one, sold for $619,000. And that was also in March. So believe it or not, even with the subject property being a sale, our median value is 624, saying that the subject property bought a condo for 585 and underpaid. Or
Unusual.
very weird, very weird. Equity grid. We have class 7, about square footage thing here is 1,500 in 2016 build. So we're just comparing class and living area. And effective age, trying to get that pretty close. We comp out to median equity value of $600,000. And that is it. All of these are class 7s, they're pretty close in size, pretty close in age.
So the equity is 600,000 median,
Yes, sir.
and we're at 691?
We're at
583.
583. That's the right chart?
No, he's
No, I'm moving up, 583, sorry.
583, 630.
So we're at 583. Yeah, so that's what I was saying, you get your minds right, it's gonna be really weird. It's 585 and you think, holy cow, and then we're gonna end up saying we're low. which is just,
Well, villa sounds better than condo.
there you go, it's a villa.
It's a villa.
They're beautiful.
Yeah. So that's all I have.
Okay. So Charlotte, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal and 5 minutes for your presentation.
Okay, our only issue on this one is ours subject is appraised at 583,630. There is another unit 303, same square footage, built 1 year difference than mine. I think mine was built in 2016, I was built in 2017. And it's appraised $80,000 less than my subject
That's
at
my
508,920.
my ex-neighbor.
So an $80,000 difference in between these two. Again, the year built is 1 year difference, but same square footage and everything. And that's all that I have.
Interesting aside, Mike Mullinack was a catcher for the Yankees back in the day.
So the 1 year difference in effective age, wouldn't make that much difference?
No, the difference is found, are y'all still in Charlotte's evidence?
Yes.
So
I'm done.
I'll show you some issues here.
Mhm.
Let me get there. You're gonna see a mistake. My tablet won't open, but if you look at the subject, I mean at the comparable,
Yeah.
and you find the GA or the GU, the garage in it,
Uh-huh.
you'll notice that it's 32 square feet. So we misclass
Oh,
a garage and a porch. So the garage and the porch should be switched. There's a porch that should be 32 square feet and a garage that should be like 200 and something square feet or something like that. So we made that mistake. And then if you were to go back into our sales grid, you'll notice that 2 of the sales happened in the 600 building. So we have adjusted the 600 building. The comp is the 300 building in Charlotte's evidence. So the building 600 has a added adjustment for us trying to deal with, believe it or not, it's us trying to deal with those sales. That's what it is. That's us trying to deal with a $580,000 sale and a $700,000 sale in the same building. And we had previously thought that the value of the place was considerably less than that. So we've adjusted the building by 17%. On top of the 55%, we're already adjusting the whole complex.
Would that change depending on the location of the?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Some
say.
of them are
I just want to
water.
hesitate in saying that because I actually don't know where building 3 is. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Of the condos?
Yeah, so I think building 3 is gonna be on your right side, kind of facing in towards the canal area, and building 6 is gonna be out facing the bay. But that should be checked, because
I don't think so. I think condos started 1, 2, 3, but they then kept on going.
yeah, just take a look. I think we can see it. Jackie, see where building 3 is.
Oh,
You can do it by do you have it
The
up?
number? Yeah.
Oh, if you have it up in Picto, it's Charlotte. I can't open that taxpayer evidence. My tablet is crapped out. What's the PID for that building 3, unit 303 in Charlotte's evidence?
8819952.
8819952. Where is that at?
It would be up this way.
Yeah. Is it interior?
There is
Or no?
the subject, there's the other one.
Yeah.
Right,
The subject,
the subject is right down here.
yes,
On the back.
The
Building
top
3
corner
is
with that curve.
up here in the
So
top.
we have an extra adjustment in building 6 because of the sales
Just because of the sales in that building.
in that building.
What's the fact it's on the bed?
And it's on the bay. There's 2 buildings right there, so there's
Building
extra.
3 is not. It's on the bed.
Yeah, so, they're the same size and everything, but their location is different.
Okay, and then Charlotte's evidence with the $80,000 difference.
That's
versus-
it, plus
is
that
the
garage
and-
kind of issue. But the garage porch issue doesn't account for $80,000. It's the extra adjustment, that's in there.
It's most of it, okay.
Yeah.
Garages, porches would have different.
That's
I got
correct.
it, okay. Wow, okay. To me,
It's under, seems to be undervalued.
It's crazy.
yeah,
They're super expensive out there. So
let's see.
583, I think they got a good deal. Really?
Makes me laugh, sorry. I'm laughing on camera, but it just
Okay.
makes me laugh.
Okay, so I'm gonna move then on case ID 2021-2219. Account 88199963, when considering Q1 incorrect appraised market value. In Q2, appraisal ratio exceeds the median level of appraisal or equity value, that we maintain the 2021 assessed value at $583,630.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
That is it.
Okay, Charlotte. ID
all I
is
got.
done. Are we done?
We're done, that's all I have.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you for making it easy.
Yeah.
Pleasure working with you.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Let's start off. Oh, that's depressing. That's a depressing way to look at it.
Are we done?
We're done.
That's it. For the day.
Did we make it by noon or what time is
It
it?
is 11:49.
11:49.
So we're gonna cut into our lunch break.
They're gonna close
Thank
the
y'all
meeting.
so much.
All right, thank you.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn today's meeting. Second.
In favor?